to PB&K with your hosts, Peter and Katie, only on LA Talk Radio.
My sonic state of mind, I can feel the rush, man, my heart. Let the music fill my heart, my state of mind. I can feel the flood, feel paralyzed. I'm drunk on you. 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 I'm drunk on you.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome to week 3 of PB&K. Here I am Katie O'Malley, one of your hosts, with the wonderful Peter Madrigal. And
it's been a long day.
It's been a really long day.
It's been a very long day.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of going over the hill. You know what I mean? It's like the worst drive ever here in Los Angeles. I mean, I love, you know, like I've said it before. I love, you know, LA, but the traffic here sometimes when you're trying to get to just point A to point B on a time limit, you're like, ah!
I know.
You're just like yelling at traffic, like, go. Learn how to drive.
It's so annoying. It's like you go maybe 7 miles and it takes over an hour. It's ridiculous.
This place is 7 miles away from my place.
Yeah. That's how long it takes me. That's how far away Sur is from me. Mm-hmm. And I have to leave. It takes me 45 minutes.
Takes you it took me an hour just to get over here.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
You took Laurel?
Yeah, I always take Laurel because it's right next to my house, so I just go up the hill on Crescent Heights and then take Laurel over. And the entire thing bottlenecks at Hollywood.
Because everybody's going home.
You know?
So bad.
It's awful.
It's so bad. Yeah, I know. I've actually been sleeping most of the day. I don't know. I have a weird...
What happened?
I have some weird, I don't know, it's some weird bug I still can't kick. And so I was like, all right. You know, usually I'll go to the gym to like kick it, but then I'm like, maybe that's not smart because I was really
So no wonder you weren't answering my phone calls. I was literally
he was calling, and I was like, all right, I'm still asleep.
I'm calling you and I'm like, what's going on? What are we talking about today?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Oh, right.
I kept on calling you and calling you and calling you.
Yeah. And I was like, I just texted you. I was like, I'll see you at 6. We're all
see you
good.
at 6.
Do you want coffee? Okay, I'll see you soon.
No,
By the way, we have this Starbucks cup. I noticed once I got it. It's orange. It's not the red cup this year. I saw an article, and it's true. It's either they have a light blue and they have an orange cup now. I don't know if it's going to be different for Christmas, but it does look more Halloween-y.
It's going to be Christmassy it's going to be Christmassy. It should be. It better be.
They never did this before, though. It's very fall.
Look, I'd like to celebrate my Christmas.
Yeah.
So,
in
all aspects. Like during the fall, I get their pumpkin spice latte, and then during the Christmas, I get the peppermint.
Right. I almost got you that, but then I just.
But what?
But you said get me what you're getting, so I got you what I'm getting.
I am. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, I needed it. I just got out of the gym.
The guy literally, once I ordered those, I said venti, you know, sugar-free vanilla latte with almond milk. He like kind of paused and he goes, "So 2 of those?" And I was like, "Yeah, 2, please." Because I'm alone in the car. It's like, obviously I'm going to take it to someone. I'm not going to drink both of them. And then I said, and then I need a muffin and some almonds. He's like, you need a muffin? I was like, yes, a muffin. I don't know. He was funny. His like everything he said, I don't think he meant to be sarcastic, but like everything, he had just a tone where everything was just sarcastic. And I was like, all right, dude. He was nice though. But.
Remind you of Josh?
No, because Josh is more, Josh could be sarcastic. But yeah. But this guy was more kind of like, oh, really? Like if I said like,
so
the sky's
over
blue.
The top.
Yeah, I was like, the sky's blue. He's like, oh, the sky is blue. Like, okay.
Okay, that's not even clever.
Yeah, he just, I don't know, maybe he was bored.
Yeah.
But last week we got cut off because we have our topic of dating. Huh?
Because of time constraints?
Because of time constraints, stories being told, rambling. No, we didn't ramble.
Actually, we were very concise and to the point.
Yeah, because we know what we're talking about.
So we're doing dating part 2 here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Well, something that we didn't touch on last week was Tinder. Now, I know that you had mentioned something about Tinder and that you don't like Tinder.
I don't. Well, I've never been on it, but I don't. I have a persona.
But why is that? Why don't you like the Tinder app?
Well, for me personally, no form of Tinder or OkCupid, whatever the dating apps are, would ever work. Just because I know, for me, I would not show up to the first date. I just wouldn't be interested. I wouldn't be invested if I need to meet someone and just like feel their actual presence and the connection and that kind of thing, and see if I want to like actually spend, more than 20 minutes with them.
Okay.
With Tinder, I feel like it was an app created just so like people could hook up.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and like
how I
said
feel
last week, it was an app created for people to hook up, and then but now it's become something totally different. It's all like, ooh, you like me? Check out my Instagram and follow me. It's a way to get followers.
Oh, so it still isn't serving a purpose of people dating.
No. But my in defense of Tinder, which I'm not gonna. I mean, like I'll defend it right now. I'll play devil's advocate
because you're on it.
No, I'm not actually.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But in Tinder's defense, though, your number one criticism of Tinder is the fact that it's you just look at someone and you swipe left or right.
Right.
Don't you do that in real life, like at a bar?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you do.
When you go into a bar and you're looking to hook up with someone, you're swiping left or right for a bunch of different people.
Right.
It's true, right?
That's true.
This only makes it. What do you call it? Just makes it faster.
Like cuts the bullshit.
Yes. And just like yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. I understand that it's not. You're actually not meeting anybody, and most of the time, people on Tinder are not the actual. They don't match their description. Remember?
Yeah.
I was on Tinder. I'm not on it currently, but
and
I
then
was
the girl just didn't look the same.
Did not look
it
the
was
same.
Weird. Yeah.
And actually,
that's
not. It's not one time. It's multiple times that's happened.
I believe that for sure.
And eventually, you're just like, I just want to meet someone. Just just meet someone out and get a gauge for them. Like But in Tinder's defense, we do that in real life anyway.
That's a really good point. I've never thought about it that way, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you can't hate on Tinder as much anymore.
I won't hit on Tinder anymore.
Don't hate on it. Don't hate on Tinder anymore.
I just think, that's true. But then I think there's more to it now where it's like, because I do know actually, I've met two couples who didn't want to tell me how they met, and I was like, okay.
So you pressed them for the information?
Not really. I think we just we were drinking, and then they eventually came out with it. They were like, oh, don't tell anybody, but we met on Tinder. Like one of my girlfriends from college, she's still with the guy that I think it's been now, 4 years? They met on Tinder.
Wow.
Yeah, but first she said, oh, we changed our we changed how we met, like our meeting story. Because we don't want people to think, oh, you met on Tinder, like you're those kind of people. So they lied. They lied about how they met. Yeah, and so
I always think it's better to be upfront. I mean, I don't really if you meet someone somewhere, who cares?
Right.
I've never really thought about it or cared.
Yeah.
In the eyes of other people, I'm just like, I met her on Tinder. Oh, I met her at Sir.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like I'm just like, yes. So
this is what happened.
Exactly.
Right.
So we had a connection. Big deal. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, you can't
Did you
really
hear about that story actually of the couple? I mean, I think they're a couple now. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to look it up. But they met on Tinder. They both swiped right, and this went on for 4 years. They kept on hitting each other up on the app.
Okay.
Never exchanged numbers. Really? And they were both in college, and they were all like, "Oh, want to meet up for later for coffee?" Mm-hmm. And each one of them would say like, "Oh yeah, after my exam," and then months would go by and nothing would happen. So finally, they met for the first time like 4 years later or something.
Really?
And they got a trip to Hawaii like together or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, it was kind of an interesting because it just like went on for so long that they just made it into some kind of game.
Right.
So then like I think it was the Today Show forced them to meet each other. Yeah. Remember those old school like dating shows where there's like the wall between them?
Oh yeah.
So they set that up.
Okay.
I think it was the Today Show. They set that up, and so like they asked them some questions beforehand before they actually met. Mm-hmm. Now I'm assuming those two I don't think that they thought that they looked like their pictures either.
Really? Why do you say that?
I don't know. I'm making a joke.
Were they attractive people? Not really. Okay.
Sure.
All right, that's a no.
I always say sure.
Sure, like really high pitch. Sure. It's kind of, okay. when I was in college, there was, and this app did not take off, and I do not remember the name of it, which shows you it just didn't take off. But I remember people started to try it. It was the one app where I was sitting in the library, and my friend told me to try it. And what you did was, it was like, I think it was called like Who's Around You, or it was something more like short and distinct than that. But basically how it worked was, you would go on your phone, and so I'm at the library at Chapman, right? Just like studying. What you do...
Wait, where were you in college?
Chapman University. Okay. Yeah. And you're at USC, right?
Yep.
Yeah, both private schools.
There
private
we
school
go.
babies. But we... Yeah, so I was
I knew there
there
was something I liked about you.
That's right. I know. Ditto. But so we're sitting there. She said, go on this app. So you go on, and like pretty much it connects you with people around you. But how it works is everybody has to have that app, obviously. So it's like, let's say you're at a bar and you want to like meet somebody. I guess it was trying to break the barrier of, I guess, going up to and just saying like, hi, how are you? Which by seeing someone like, oh, they're on an app. They're right next to me. Wow. And like,
that's very interesting. So
That
why
way.
didn't this app take off?
I don't know. My roommate, she was on it a lot, and she just for fun, like just to see. There was a guy she liked in college, and I guess he was on it too. And so
she'd stalk him to every bar he went to.
Well, not that, but she more kind of see like, is he in the library right now? Which is like, really
Stalker.
creepy. Stalker. It's like, now why don't you just like go up and talk to them?
Wow.
But a lot of people get scared, and then they, I think that's why, that is why Tinder and all the dating apps are so successful, and like people are on it and buy into it, because it makes it easy to approach somebody, and it's kind of like nothing to lose. It's not face to face. It's not personal.
Yeah, they don't have anything. Because see, like at a bar, if you swipe right on someone at a bar, you always have to deal with like, okay, what if he or she rejects me?
Yeah. Exactly.
So this is like without the rejection.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, Tinder just, I still have that. I mean, I get it. I have a little bit of a different perspective on it now without you pointed out.
Well, before you said it was degrading.
Yeah, I think it is. Well, I think that because I think it's all just based on like looks. But, I mean, I did say, I know when we talked about, you said like, what do you look for in a guy? I do look for looks,
Ah.
Yeah. But I think that the whole app is just completely like centered around it. I think if you're actually meeting somebody in person, there's a chance, like even if like maybe he's not the best looking guy, but maybe he's the sweetest or the funniest or like the most charismatic, you wouldn't be able to know that, I don't think, by swiping. You can't look at a picture and know their personality.
That's true. I mean, maybe you can. I don't know. I wouldn't say yes or no to that.
Right.
But what I would say is, like, how do you know if they're charismatic or they're charming out?
Right.
When you first approach them.
That's true. If you don't give them a chance.
Exactly.
That's a really good point.
You approach them, they could be closed off at first.
Right.
Yeah.
They
could be very closed off. They could be like, okay, I don't know this person. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna like put the barrier up. Right. I know I do that a lot.
Yeah.
And and not give you the real. Let's say the real person.
Right. Because you're just nervous, kind of, and you got.
Well, not just nerves. It's more like I'm not gonna give this person the time of day. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that Tinder just makes like it just quickens everything and accelerates.
Yeah.
Which is a good and a bad thing.
Right. It can,
in my opinion,
accelerate for sure.
Yeah, it can accelerate from 0 to 60, or it can if you're not who you say you are on the internet.
Yeah.
Like let's say you're not, if you don't look like that person on Tinder, then it could meet some trouble.
Yeah, it can accelerate STDs for sure throughout LA.
It's not STDs that I'm talking about.
I know, but it could do that.
Yeah, it could do that too. But my point is that you could really lose maybe a friend. Mm-hmm. If you're not truthful at the beginning, then why the hell would you ever be friends with said person?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the person that wanted to do the podcast with me originally.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Not truthful. So why would I ever trust you to do something else?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I find it amazing, actually, like, and this is maybe a little off topic, but just now that you mentioned that, it's like something about this place, because, obviously we talk about LA a lot. I don't know what it is, but I found that since I came here, more and more, like, I think my friend circle has gotten smaller and smaller.
Me too.
Yeah. Like, just, there's people I trust, and there's people who I thought I trusted, and it's just interesting. I don't know. It's and I think that maybe that's also why I've never gone on Tinder. I would never do like dating, because I for me, I feel like for the majority, people aren't being themselves, aren't being truthful there. And it's like,
I mean,
why
like,
even waste your time?
it can, like, my circle of friends has gotten so small as of recent.
Yeah.
I used to have a lot of friends, and now it's, you know, it's not small to the point of like, oh, you know, I don't have any more friends.
Right.
You know, I still have like everybody from the show. I still have you know, certain people in Sir. I still have my brother, but there was a lot more. I accumulated a lot of people.
Yeah.
And slowly but surely, some of those people started betraying me, and now I'm like very picky as to, you know, I mean, I knew someone for a while who just kind of like stabbed me in the back.
Right. I know.
You
I know
know
about that. Yeah.
And I told you all about that.
Yeah, I know. It's like
not cool. But whatever, you know, life goes on.
Yeah. So going back to dating, one thing that I know we discuss a lot, just together, is how we're a little bit different because we have a value for monogamy. And it seems in LA,
I do have a value for monogamy now.
Did you not before?
Well, I did and I didn't.
Oh.
Well, no. What happened is when I broke up with my ex last year, I kind of just wanted to become like this single playboy type dude.
Okay.
Yeah. You remember, the whole transition, like this entire last year, but nothing happened. It was very interesting. I was like, and I'll be the first one to admit that I'm like, I put off a facade more than I should, I guess.
Okay.
You probably think I'm a big playboy, right?
No, I don't.
You don't?
At all. No, because I talk to you.
Yeah, I don't like I meet a lot of girls.
Yeah.
You know,
you do.
I do.
You meet a lot of girls.
But I don't sleep with any of them.
Right.
Until I was full disclosure, I was celibate for the past since I broke up with my ex.
And when you were with her
until now.
When you were with her, you wouldn't cheat on her.
No.
Yeah. See,
no.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's but that was the accusation every single day was like, oh, you're cheating on me every night. You know, I go to Sir, I'm like cheating on her. But I was celibate since, you know, like, but I put off a facade that I, you know, because like, you know, it's getting a lot of numbers and all that stuff. It's you know, but it's very interesting how you can like game the system, I suppose you could say.
Okay.
Until it's been a year until now that I was celibate.
Yeah.
You
know? I can relate. I mean, I was 22 when I lost my virginity.
Okay.
So that was huge for me.
I was 21. 2021, 2003.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was a late bloomer.
Yeah, same. That's what I
was a late bloomer. You know what's funny is that we had this confession on like season 2 of Vanderpump Rules. Season 2.
Really?
We had this confession, this whole thing. It was like an internet special, or what Bravo puts up on the website special. And it was all of us, and we were talking, and it was me, Christina, you know, Stassi, Jax. And it's funny because Jax and I, we're the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Jax lost his virginity at like 2021?
2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Everyone was all like, wow, late bloomers.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Eventually it'll happen.
Right.
You know?
I don't think I would have wanted. Well, no, I don't know. I wouldn't want it. Or I don't think. I definitely would not have wanted to. Like 17
for me, it's
years
old. It's very interesting. When I was in high school, I don't know. A lot of girls I wasn't a chick magnet back when I was in high school, and my brother Paul, like he got all these, you know, girls.
Okay.
In high school.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening was, slowly but surely, like the roles started getting reversed. And then once I got out to LA, like it was like Paul was up here, you know, with women, and I was all the way down here. I went out with some girls for like prom and homecoming, but I never dated. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had dates for those specific dances, but I never
were in a relationship or anything like that.
I never dated. I never hooked up with anyone. And then once I got out to LA, it kind of started evening out, and now I'm like.
And now you're like, whoa, off the charts. That's why you had to take a break.
I'm starting to sound arrogant on this thing.
No, I think it's honest. And I was the same way. In high school, I would always have a date to the formals, to prom, everything like that. But my sister, she's 2 years older than me. She always had a boyfriend in high school. Always.
And you didn't?
No. I had a huge crush on a guy, and I think what I would do is just kind of wait. I would sit back and be like, well, he's the one, so I just got to wait. And then I would just...
Do you look like Jonathan Taylor-Thomas or Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, he actually... No. Now that I look back on like Facebook pictures, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? But
that always happens too. When you look back on like your messages or your text messages from
and,
your youth.
And the times I laid, like, even like every relationship, like past now, like that in my past, I look and like all the times I spent crying or like upset or like just so depressed. Like, I'm like,
preach, sister.
Oh my God. It's like I wasted so much time. I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what happens. You're like, I look back on my crushes from high school and I'm just literally like, that would never happen today.
Right. I would have never look at them and approach or like even pursue them or cry.
Exactly. It's like you don't cry, you don't do anything like that. You know, it's just kind of like you're looking back on your life and your achievements and then but you look further back and you look at like what you considered hot in high school and you're like, that wouldn't happen today.
No way.
You know?
No way.
It's very interesting too.
Yeah.
Like how I think it's it's just life and maturity and seeing things from a different perspective. Mm-hmm. Once you get older, it's kind of interesting. Like for me, for instance, I mean, this is going to sound arrogant again for me, but I don't get nervous approaching girls. Approaching women, I don't get nervous. I remember even up to about 25, 26 maybe, I would always get that jittery feeling like, oh, what if I get rejected? Right. Now I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, on to the next one. On to the next.
On to the next. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would never get like, I guess it's because it's not really the girl.
Yeah, you're not going to approach.
I don't approach.
You
really.
don't approach. But it's the guy who approaches. So back, like when I was, even 25, 26, like I said, that was when I was still jittery about it.
Okay.
I was just kind of like not too confident.
Right.
Now I'm extremely confident.
Yeah. Now you don't give a shit.
No, I don't. It's just like, all right.
I think that's a sign though of just learning from your past and just having experience. I think that's what that comes from. I don't think that's arrogance.
Yeah, that's true. Like, what was it back in? I'm going to say May, April, March, around there in the spring of this year. I'm just like, I saw this girl who was a bartender at this club that I was at.
Yeah.
And, I was like looking, it's like, there's no go. And then I see her and I'm like, okay, that's more my type, right?
Oh, okay.
So I approach her and we start talking and then she tells me, well, I have a boyfriend, I'm sorry. I was like, okay, cool. Sounds good.
Okay.
I didn't, but back when I was younger, I would not have even done anything. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
When I was younger, I'd have been like, okay, well, maybe not. I'm not. It's not worth the embarrassment.
Right.
Now I'm like, embarrassment? Who's going to know?
Yeah, you're never going to see her again.
You're never going to see her again. Unless she says yes, then you'll see her again.
Yeah. What do you
if she says no, you never, the odds of seeing her again are 0.01%.
Right. Yeah, it's a good point.
Exactly. So I've never, I don't get that jittery feeling anymore unless I'm with someone and I'm really attracted to her, which is kind of what's going on now, is like you get that jittery, okay, I really like this person.
Yeah, then you get nervous.
Yeah, then you're nervous. Then you're like, oh, why isn't she texting me back?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she does, and you're like,
Yeah, okay, it's okay.
It's like hearts and stuff. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's the same thing. Like, I get nervous around Josh, and I always tell him, I'm just like, because he'll be like, what's up with you? And I'll be like, I'm just kind of nervous.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, you get jittery.
You do get jittery.
Yeah.
And it's a good jitter.
Because you're invested.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Once you see that's something that I was going to tell you, but I decided to save it till today.
What?
Remember when I was remember this past weekend we were at Sir and you were like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Remember I was saying that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm just tired. It wasn't tired.
Oh, okay. So you lied to me.
Yes, I did.
All right.
But I saved it for right now.
What happened?
Well, no, I was just like, how do you say it? I was at that point in time.
She wasn't texting you back.
No.
Oh.
She was.
Oh.
And I was like, because she's in Costa Rica right now.
Okay.
But I'm invested. It's weird.
Oh.
But I really am. I've become invested.
Okay. So you were thinking like you were getting upset she was leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because I'm invested now, it's like it's a whole different feeling than like the first and second. For the first few weeks there, because we've been dating for like a month now. Mm-hmm. For the first few weeks there, I was like, okay, she's cool. Like we're gonna continue hanging out. Now I'm like, have that.
Yeah, like oh shit, something's happening.
Yeah, it's like I don't like this feeling because I'm like tough and strong.
Right.
And I have a heart of stone. I'm kidding.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense, yeah. Because then also, like, I could tell something was going on because, remember, I had that table of, there was 3 Australian girls, really attractive. Bottle service girls, whatever. They were, like, just here to have fun, just on holiday. And they really they were big fans of the show, as most Australians who come to SUR are. And so, like, all of them. And they make a specific, day to go visit all of Lisa's establishments and to see the cast when they can. So I knew it was a big deal for them. And I could tell you were, like, a little off. And I was like, I don't know, maybe he really is tired. But, like, they're cute and, whatever. And so I wanted to take shots. And so then I dragged you over.
Yeah, you
we all
dragged
took
me over
shots.
and
And
we
I
all
was
took
like,
shots.
and it was like, you were a great sport, but I was just like, something was off. And I'm like, maybe he didn't want to take a shot with them.
No, I don't mind taking shots with fans. I don't mind. It's on. Like I'll of course, anytime I'll take a shot. But it's you noticed that I had a different attitude toward the table
Demeanor.
than I would have, like, let's say 3 months ago or 2 months or even a month ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because, like, all of a sudden it's like I told you, it's my heart is in my penis.
Right. Which is so rare.
My heart is in my penis. It's very interesting.
That's so rare here.
Yeah.
Like, so rare.
I'm a super monogamous guy.
Yeah.
I don't like sleeping around. I like to just, like, have one cuddle buddy and that's it.
That's amazing, Peter, because, like, that's the whole reason why
I don't cheat. I don't like, because once I find that one person, then I'm like, okay, then I just concentrate on my work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't care about anything else. I don't need to, like, run around and have find some random girl. I already have that, so I'm just going to be with my mistress for a while, and my mistress is work.
There you go.
That's my mistress.
Okay.
She's jealous too.
That your mistress is jealous?
No. My mistress is jealous because I'm always working.
Right. Well, yeah. I don't think that's. I mean, do you think that that's normal? I mean, not normal. I don't think it's. Normal.
I don't think it's. No, I don't think it's abnormal. I think it's very normal. I just think that a lot of people, especially in this city, like, and outside of this, because we live in our little bubble here in Los Angeles, and in this city, I think that a lot of people, they see one piece of candy and they go for it, but then they like Starburst, but then they also like chocolate, and then they also like M&Ms, and because there's so many flavors, guys and girls, in this city, it can get a little bit, like, overwhelming. So you see a girl and then you see another, I could have totally been like, oh yeah, let's hang out with those Australians.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could have totally been like that, but, like, in my head, I'm like, no, because my heart is in my penis.
And your penis is in someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I get it. But, no, that's huge. And that's exactly
so it'll really
how
suck if Steph breaks up with me.
Right. Well, no, that's how I am, but, like, not that I have a penis, but just that my heart's in my vagina. So.
Well, that's actually more normal.
It's more normal, but there's, like, I'm surprised, especially here, like, how girls can just sleep around and just be like, like, just as bad as, like, guys.
Yeah, no.
And they just are whatever. Like, I know them.
Anyone that we know specifically? No, I'm kidding. Don't call anybody out.
I'm not going to call anybody out. I'll tell you after. I'm sure we've talked about it before, but it's just like, they're just, like, around and just, it's just interesting. Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
You would think it's more common among girls, but the thing is that a lot of girls do sleep around here, and it's very interesting, actually. Like, I don't hear about it because I don't want to know about it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
But
Well, especially if there's something to gain, I feel like girls will do just anything. They just get vicious.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if you wanted to have like a bunch of girls you slept with, but keep, like, all of them around, I feel like you definitely could find girls here who'd be totally okay with that and know about it.
Interesting. But you wouldn't be.
No, that's why my last relationship didn't work.
Aha, there you go. You see, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah. I couldn't be part of a harem. No, thank you.
Jesus.
Yeah, no thanks.
What was he, like,
I'm
King
good.
Xerxes the Fifth?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
King Xerxes having his harem of women.
So
wow.
That's why, like, what you say is, like, just all, like, I think that's what any girl would want in a guy, and that's how you are. That's how Josh is. That's how a lot of good guys are.
Yeah, no, like, they say that they're all the good guys are either taken or gay.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, because they're rare. Yeah.
I will, and that's something that she said about me is, like, you're a rarity. I was like, I'm a unique person. Yes.
That's right.
I'm a very unique person.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you for sure are. And then I wanted to ask you, though, because I know we touched on pet peeves last week, too. Okay.
Pet peeves.
Pet peeves a little bit with, like, just like dating. So if you go to dinner with a girl, I'm curious. Do you order for her? Have you ever done that?
I have. I've just with Steph. I've done it. Yes. I ask her what she wants to eat, and then I'll just do the communication.
Just tell everybody?
Yeah.
Do you think, has anybody ever gotten mad about that? Like, I wanted to say what I wanted.
If they want to do it, then they'll do it themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's true.
They won't give you like she gave me it's like, well, what do you like? Here's the way you do it. You're across the table from someone, and you say, what do you want to eat for dinner? And she'll tell you, and then she'll put her menu down, and I'm like, okay. So then when the waiter comes back, she just stays quiet, and I'm like, she'll take this, and I'll take that.
Okay. So it's like very smooth and.
Mm-hmm. Whereas with, if a girl wants to stand on her own 2 feet and order, that's perfectly all right. That's fine. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? But it usually is like, okay, well, I haven't decided yet. And then when the waiter comes over, if they haven't decided, if he says, have you guys decided? I'm like, and then she orders.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. So there's.
But I'm always like, she goes first. She comes first.
Well, that's very generous of you. Yeah. The reason why I was asking you that is just because.
Now, what's your reaction though? You've obviously been out to dinner with Josh. Mm-hmm. How's that?
Well,
does he order for you?
It's kind of it's funny. We were just talking about this. Because like that's kind of I kind of, if a guy takes over like that, but like not in a smooth way like you talked about, which I'll tell you about. It's happened a lot before.
Ooh, I want to hear this now.
Yeah. Then I was talking to Josh about it because like he's never done that. How we work is we talk about it, what we want to eat. We usually share. Like we'll get appetizers if we're doing if we're hungry and I'm famished. I'm like, no, I'm famished. I'm getting this. I'm getting my own. He's like, oh, I'm hungry too. I'm getting my own. But like for example, we went to an Italian restaurant not too long ago, and we decided we were really not that hungry. We decided on the bottle of wine we wanted. We decided we were going to split an appetizer, and we decided we were going to split the main. And we just talked about it. And then so once the waiter came, he ordered the main. He ordered the bottle of wine. Or no, yeah, he ordered the main bottle of wine, and then I just said, oh, and we're going to start with this. We kind of like just like went off each other and shared.
Oh, okay.
There has been times when like I've told him like what I want, and then I'll just be like something like in a conversation with him, and then they'll come, and then he'll take over and do it. But there have been other guys in the past who have like no tact whatsoever, and like it's more. Wow. I feel like it's more like a macho thing for some reason.
What do you mean it's more a macho thing?
I don't know. Like they have to be like.
I think it's more of a gentlemanly thing. I don't think of it as a macho thing.
I don't know how they did it. It was like, okay, maybe he just is a bad listener because I told one guy. I was between two things at an Italian restaurant. Again, I was between two things, and he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he's like, "Well, do you want to share a salad?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then he's like, "Okay." So, and then we like kept talking about something else, and then the waiter came, and he goes, "Yeah, so we're gonna get this salad. She's gonna have this, like something like I hadn't decided." And then he's like, "And then I'm gonna get this." And I was like, "Hold on a second, hold on." And I was like. No. I said I was between two things I said I want this one. He's like, oh, okay. And he kind of got like offended. And so I didn't know if it was like a fetish kind of thing that some guys have to order or if it's just part of dating. Like that's polite to let the guy order for you. But
well, it's like opening. Did this person open the door for you? Did he open like not the car door? You don't want to do that. I mean, like sometimes I'll do that. I'll do that. Like no, I did that on Saturday. But it was like one time. I was just like, we were joking around, then I opened the door for her.
Yeah, once in a while, that's nice. But like,
yeah, but it's like, that's stupid.
Yeah, that is stupid.
But opening the door is just gentlemanly. Like, I always open, like just to a restaurant or to a store.
Right.
I always open the door. It's just my thing.
Uh-huh.
I've always done it. I always will continue to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Did he open the door for you?
No.
No,
he did not. No.
Okay, so this guy wanted to order for you, wanted to like be all macho, but yet wouldn't open the door for you. That doesn't make any sense.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So he's picking and choosing what to be macho about and what to be gentlemanly about.
But who gives
it's weird.
And who cares what I eat? Who cares? Also, but that's how I felt, and I wouldn't feel that way. I don't feel that way with Josh, and I don't feel that way if I was on a date with you and you did like what you said, how you order, like that seems so like seamless to me. For whatever reason, I don't know why that bothered me so much.
Well, it's probably because he was very boorish about it, or he felt insulted. One of the two.
Yeah.
I mean, you can like you can literally feel someone's energy when they're angry or pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you felt like, for instance, you felt my energy at Sir, but that was a different type of energy.
Right.
When the date starts going south, which I've had before.
Yeah.
You can feel it. It's there. It's palpable.
Right.
So you probably felt this guy's energy after you ordered and you told him, "Hey, buddy, back off."
That was wrong. I want the ravioli. I don't want the
spaghetti
I don't
or
want
whatever.
the spaghetti. Yeah, I don't want that. I
want the ravioli.
Right.
You know, and so him getting offended is not very it's not very manly, actually, to say the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Him getting offended is like, "Oh, okay, cool. Sounds good." You know? And that would have been my natural reaction, but obviously this guy is so boorish that he thinks that he, is like God's gift to mankind, I suppose. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's not the way men work, or it's supposed to work.
Okay. Yeah.
Take it from a true man.
All right.
Yeah, I know,
We will. Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
No. So one of my things was what do you call it? You were mentioning that, and this is going to go back to the Tinder thing. You were mentioning that Instagram had become more like Tinder.
Yeah.
In what way?
In the sense that it's just based on pictures, and I feel like it's just very
but see, here's the thing. Unlike Tinder, which is designed to like go right or left, and to pick somebody, Instagram is a whole other process.
That's true, but I still don't think it's genuine. I think that
You gotta slide into someone's DM.
Huh?
You've never heard that term?
Slide into someone's DM?
Yes.
No, I've never heard
You've
that.
never heard that term.
What does that mean? What do you mean
slide into someone's DM?
Is that like a dirty thing?
It's not a dirty, I mean, it may be a dirty thing. If you see a girl that you like, you slide into her DM.
Oh, good Lord.
You send her a DM, a direct message.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, I've never heard that before.
You've never?
No.
What?
Slide into your DM.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to look it up right now. I'm going to show you.
I believe
Slide into someone's DM.
But yeah, I do think Instagram is a lot like Tinder. I disabled my Instagram because it just got too... It got too much. Yeah, and I just think I just saw so much on there that you think is real, but it's just not. Like, it's so easy to make something seem one way, but it's really not.
So why? Okay, first of all, number one, before we get
I'm listening.
DM stands for direct messages. On Twitter, you have a tab. So slide. Here we go. Urban Dictionary. Slide into the DMs.
Yeah, of course it would be.
You send a direct message to someone on Twitter confidentially and smoothly.
Oh boy.
That's slide into someone's DM. Now you know a new term. It's like shipping. You ever heard of the term ship?
No.
I'm going to ship Katie and Josh.
Okay.
That means they're going to be a couple.
You're going to ship us, and that means we're going to be a couple?
Yeah.
Really?
You've never heard that before either?
No.
Wow.
I'm going to ship into...
Katie, you've never heard... I heard... actually, the one who told me that one was Stassi.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, you haven't heard that one ship? I was like, no, but now I know here.
That doesn't make sense. Like a ship, like a boat?
Yeah, ship.
Or like a ship, like mail, like send mail. Like ship a package.
Into relationship.
You've
never heard these terms before. This is kind of crazy, actually. Shipping refers to the phenomenon a ship is connected. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Urban Dictionary.
Oh, here we go.
Short for romantic relationship. Ship. Ah.
So wait, what is that? I'm on a ship. Can I say I'm on a ship with Josh? Am I on a ship with him?
Yeah.
Am I in a
Short
ship?
for romantic relationship, popularized in fan fiction circles to endorse romantic relationship. I see ship developing between Josh and Katie.
I see a ship.
I ship Josh and Katie.
That's the stupidest thing I've heard in my life. I ship.
It's just like for reals. Anyway, back to Instagram.
Yeah.
First of all, number one, why did you delete yours?
Because I was on it all the time. For one thing, I feel like it's a time waster. I was
First of all, did you
it.
get any sliding into the DMs from random guys?
Yeah, I got yeah.
Especially after I posted with you, right?
Right after that, people were like, "Damn, who be that?" That's what they said.
I want to ship that.
I want to ship that, and I was like, "Whoa, disable."
Okay, so what happened? No,
yeah,
give me the 411.
Pretty much.
One day I was randomly like going through my shipped DMs.
Oh my God.
My slid DM. And I see that you're gone, and I was all like, "What happened to Katie?
Yeah,
is she okay?"
I know. It's so funny too. Like a lot of people text me and like you asked me like too. They're like,
Instagram
"Where are you?"
no longer exists.
Yeah. No, then everybody's like, "Oh, where? Like, what happened? Like, are you okay?" Like a bunch of people actually texted me or called me, and I was like, yeah, like I said, like you, and like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just taking a break. I think it was just I was on it so much, and it's just how do I put this? It
took over your life.
I didn't really take over my life, but it was like I was checking it in the morning. I was checking it like during the day. Every time I open my phone, and I open my phone a lot. Well, now less, just because I'm not on it. But
wow,
yeah, and I don't know. It's just like a lot of things on there I would see, and it's kind of interesting when you know the story behind something. Like, let's say you're close with someone, you know the story behind a post. I don't know if this is going to make any sense, but
explain yourself.
So you see
explain
a post.
It.
Like, for example, this is like I'll just take one out, or like I just like take one out. But like, so let's say somebody posted. God, what's a good example? They
posted that they have a new girlfriend.
Maybe something like that. But like, no, I'm talking about more things like. That isn't real. That's not true. Like, I literally know people who want people to think they're at a certain spot.
What do you mean, certain spot? Like financially?
Not financially. Well, that's a good one. That, yeah. Like, they want people to think, like, they just have, that there's just, yeah, that they're maybe, like, I don't know, just above everybody, or just, this is not making sense. But
No. Try it. I want to know your reasoning for getting rid of one of the most popular apps in America today.
Well, the main reason was what I told you. It was because it was taking up too much time, and I was like, this is stupid.
That's the main.
I could
that's
be
the main
doing something
reason.
else. I could be reading. I could be working out, which I was doing all those things anyways. But
it's
like,
called balancing your time, though.
True, that's true. And so the reason why I had to get myself off of it was because I was getting like, I was like, oh my God, like a half hour's already passed, and I'm like just sitting here like scrolling, whatever. That
literally never happens to me.
Yeah, that's a really good thing.
I have it, just to like, but like if you notice, I post like a picture like maybe every 3 days or so.
You're not crazy on it. Yeah.
Like it's like I would love to post more, but I just don't. My brain power doesn't go there. My brain goes somewhere else, like to reading or to work or to anything but.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's me. Mm-hmm. But continue. Like this is very interesting to me. Like it's interesting to me how people can get so obsessed with Instagram,
right?
That they're constantly looking at how many likes they got for a certain picture.
That too.
And
like,
I know some people like that.
Oh, I do too. I do. That's one thing too that turned me off of it, because they would be obsessed with like, they'd be like, oh, let's take a picture. Oh, what should the caption be? It's like, okay. And then we sit there and like, just like, I feel like our brains were turning into jello trying to think of something like that. Or like, and I really
should ask me. I can come up with a caption like
no,
that.
You're really good with captions. I guess I never got to that point, and I think I saw those people, and I realized I don't want to be that. I don't want to be worried about. I don't want to be checking how many likes. Like I know people who would, and you know them as well, but I'm not going to call anybody out.
No, don't do that.
No, but who would literally like delete.
I do know them too, though.
Yeah, they would delete a picture because they said they didn't get enough likes on it. It would happen constantly, and it's like, is that to me? That's so just shallow, and like that's what we're worried about. Like that's what you're worried about?
Yeah, I don't really care.
I know you don't.
Like I have a lot of followers, but if I don't get enough likes on one page,
and what does that even mean? Enough likes? Like what is enough? Well, no, likes?
but see, here's the thing. I've like gauged the likes that I receive. You know what I mean? And one of the things I've noticed is I get more likes on my selfies.
Yeah,
I get a lot of likes on my selfies.
There was like an article about how like those always accumulate the most likes.
But I refuse to populate my page with just selfie after selfie after selfie. I think that is just self-aggrandizing, egotistical.
That's good that you have that because people I think
I like
see
to,
that.
but see, I like to mix it up. I like to make my page look like interesting. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, I took a selfie today, or ooh, I was, like running around. I don't know. I just like to like do different things with it. I don't just do selfie after selfie.
Yeah, and I think that that's great. I think Instagram is also a really great tool, and I think you use it really well because you have products like Hero or you have some other stuff going on. That's your way of promoting it because you have eyes on you.
Yeah.
And with the followers and the likes, like obviously it shows that. But I think that a lot of people I think it just gets taken to a point that they use it that where it's just all about that, like it's just all about just like feeling better about yourself. Like, oh, look at all the likes I got right here. Like just because I posted this selfie.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess I got tired of seeing all the selfies. I got tired of seeing all this other stuff.
And but see, here's the thing. That's the reason why I don't pay attention to it.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I don't like if I see like I'll pay attention to maybe a couple of people and that's it. If that.
Yeah.
Basically, if I don't get enough, if I get 500 likes on a picture, okay, who cares?
Yeah.
Some people will delete. That's amazing to me. I had no idea about that. Some people will actually delete their posts just because they didn't get enough likes on it.
Yeah. And
if I lived my life like that, I would never post anything.
Yeah, and I think some things I do miss about it. Like for example, like our friend Christina Kelly, who will be on the show later. She I think has amazing posts, and she went to Italy, and literally watching her story every day made like just it was just the best. It was like watching like the best movie ever.
Yeah, exactly.
It was great.
No, I saw her posts. They were
amazing. Like all her posts are very just like I don't even know if
they're very unique.
Just unique and just they're great. And
I know some people like I actually like I can show you one of these profiles.
Yeah.
Of this person who slid in my DM, and she just every picture is just
her.
Yeah, selfie after selfie after selfie.
After
it's
selfie.
I'm just like, who does that?
Right. Like we know what you look like.
We know what you look like.
We know.
How about a selfie every 5 posts?
Yeah.
I
know. Yeah, and I know a lot of people who like do that, and it's like, all right,
we get it.
We totally get it.
Stop with the selfies and the duck faces. Duck face.
Yeah.
Duck face. It's all about the duck face. So are you? My follow up question to this is: are you ever going to get that Instagram back?
I don't know because now that I think about it, and I've seen it, and I've done it before. I've disabled my Instagram before, and I would always come back. I would always miss it. I would always like, oh, this is like a cool picture. Like I do want to share this, or like I want to like keep up and like watch stories, see what my friends are doing, all that kind of thing. But I don't feel that way this time. Like I literally am like, you know what? If I want to see my friend or talk to my friend, like I'll call them. I'll text them.
Yeah.
I'll see them in person. I'll go to lunch with them.
Okay.
I'll get coffee. And I don't know. At this point, no. But that could change maybe if, a lot of people are like, what are you doing? Like, it's such a good tool. Like, I do know someone who got just an amazing job just from Instagram. And it was just because they saw someone's story. They were looking for someone to hire someone. And I was like, wow, like she just told me about that. And she like got the job just because she saw a story. That's like that for me. That's worth having an Instagram if something like that would happen. That's
I see. Cool. I understand that. But
yeah.
I see it unlike a lot of other people, like that do selfies. I see it as a tool myself.
Right. Yeah.
I've always seen it as that. I don't like when people just like use it for egotistical purposes. When you're using it as a tool or promoting yourself or promoting something, that's understandable. Mm-hmm. But like when you just like obsess over it and on it all the time, and then like for instance, my ex-girlfriend would read all the comments. Who cares?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Right. Why would you do that? Why would you care about when some person from I don't know, Atlanta, Georgia thinks?
Right.
Why? Why do you care? They don't affect your life other than like they have a thought about you or me or something that happened in the past.
Yeah.
Why do you care? It doesn't affect us going forward. It doesn't affect the future. Mm-hmm. They have zero effect other than they're making you feel bad at that certain point in time. Mm-hmm. And so what ended up happening is, and this was something that I got fed up with, was I started having to block certain people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there were random people. They were just like people who were like on there like giving criticisms or who cares? I don't even read the comments anyway.
Yeah, that's
I'm
good.
serious. I don't.
I believe you.
Sometimes, now I'm feeling but I like to interact with people. So now I am reading the comments and just like putting hearts on, the comments for my, just like I like to, or comment back or something. I just like to be interactive. But other than that, like if someone's being an asshole, I don't like it or anything, but I just leave it there. I leave it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just leave it and just move on.
Yeah.
Because what ends up happening is other people are going to read it and they're going to be like, oh, wow, this person is a real jerk. You know what? I'm going to block him myself.
Jax goes on rampages too.
He does.
He
like goes on
blocking
rampage
people and with commenting back, and he always posts it. I know this because I have Facebook, and he reposts everything to Facebook. And so, but I'm sure it's hard, like with you guys. It's because people see you and think like, oh, we can, like they would never come up to you and say that what they say in the comments to your face. No, it happened a lot. I saw it mainly with Lala, and she would tell me like about comments that would happen after the show, or like people would say that. I worked with her every single night after the show aired, and we were hosting together. Everyone to her face was as sweet as a peach. Like they were so nice to her. And you look at the comments and they rip her apart. Yeah, exactly. Well, like you don't have a face when you make a comment. You don't. I mean, like on Twitter, it's different. I mean, like on Twitter, you definitely don't have a face. Yeah. On Instagram, you do, but you're still protected by a shield called distance, or it's just like this cyber shield that is between you and the person that you're criticizing. Right. So a lot of people, I mean, like, and of course everybody knows this, but like it's easy to criticize somebody when it's, that's why there's a lot of trolls. Like a troll would never say this thing to your face. That's why it doesn't bother me. It never bothers me. You can criticize me all day long. I've dealt with worse. I mean, like, like when I was, I've come from, a tough background. So I know what it is to deal with actual people who are like all, ooh, Yeah. I play football. I'm not going to worry about some person who's like hurting my feelings. Don't care. Yeah. That's a good point. And it's just, feelings are overrated. And with that, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I mean that's why. I mean we'll see if I'm back on it. Well, you do have your Twitter, so just build that up. Yeah, I was never on Twitter. I mean I was on it, but I would never like tweet anything. Tweet? Just retweet what I tweet. I do now. Yeah, I know exactly. Just retweet it. Let's go. Retweet everything. Boom, boom. It's all good. So, are you on Twitter a lot? Would you say? I'm not on anything. I mean I have it all, but I'm not on. I'm on Twitter. What? Every other day or so. Would you send out tweets? Would you say you tweet more than you post on Instagram? No, I do both the same. Okay. I do both the exact same. Is that because you link your accounts? Like whatever you post on Instagram goes on Twitter? No. Okay. I just, when I'm having a thought, I'll tweet it out. Gotcha. But I have to be concise because I'm like, I'm like worried about spelling and all that other, I'm just like, I got to make sure that everything is, on point. Yeah. Because otherwise, I just don't want to tweet out like, "Ooh, come see me at Sir." Which actually helps, and you do that. We always take a selfie. Like you'll take like a picture with us or with somebody. Like, and then we always got people coming in. Come to Sir, and people come in, and it helps because it's more, there's more customers, more traffic, more buzz. Like Ken always is saying, like telling the cast, like you need to post on social media. I know. I heard him the other night when they were all there. He's like, "Why didn't anybody post?" Because everybody was there. Yeah, I know. Well, I always post on social media, especially like tomorrow night. I'm working. I'm managing the place. So Thursday? Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Oh, tomorrow. I'm sorry. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Are I'm going? All 6 days. Oh wow! So if anybody wants to come in, you can. I'm going to be there for the rest of the week. I'll be there Friday and Saturday. And I'm going to be. I'll be there and I'll be having some drinks. Whoever wants to come in. Yeah. Want to take a shot with Peter? Take a shot with Peter. Woo! Friday. I know. For sure. I can't wait. Well, can't yell like that. I'm sorry. Oh no, you're good. What was I going to tell you? Yeah. Well, no, there was something else about dating. I should have written it down. Oh well. Whoops. That's okay. So, wait. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's the other thing, like with people using dating for like Instagram too. It was like, oh yeah, that's true. Have you ever gone on a date via Instagram? Like, has anybody ever slid in your DMs and you're like, oh, because it kind of is the same thing as Tinder.
thank you for bringing that back up because
Yeah.
that brought me back to my train of thought.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone on a date on Instagram?
No.
No. You've never done that.
No, because like I said, that's why I'm not on any of the dating apps because I will not show up. I will not show up.
So you bail on the people.
I don't bail. I just don't ever
Okay,
agree.
so you don't respond.
Did I respond? No, to strangers.
Have you
no.
ever bailed on a date before? Actually, let's get into this.
Ooh.
Have you ever bailed on a date?
I'm pretty sure I have. I'm trying to think though.
I definitely have.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
Oh yeah. God. Yeah, I have. I'm trying
Actually,
to
that happened just recently, this past
bailed
summer.
on
It wasn't.
someone?
It wasn't that I bailed. It was just like, so I organized like I was texting her or whatever, and we were texting for a while, and I was all like, okay, you know what? Let's just go out and get a glass of wine, right? And she's like, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't drink. But I'll get a
See
cup
ya.
of I'll get a cup of tea with you. I was literally like, are you kidding me right now? And then she was all like, because like we had already made plans. It's all like, okay, 9:00, let's go there. Oh, by the way, I don't drink. It was like she just like kind of like busted that out on me.
You were gonna go to a bar at 9 and she doesn't drink.
She doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck was she gonna do?
I don't know. She's like, I'm gonna just order tea or coffee or something. And I was like, are you serious right
Yeah.
now? So then I just made up something. I was all like, oh, I got dragged into something else. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to get a rain check. Never hit her up again. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like you got like
That's not. Well, that's kind of bailing, but like, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of bailing, but it's a deal breaker for me. If you can't have one glass of wine, you're too like, because she was like one of those fitness people, and I get it.
Oh, okay, that's another thing. Because I dated somebody for a while who wouldn't drink, and
Ugh.
it didn't make any difference for me. But it wasn't because it's like, oh my god, like counting, like weighing.
Yeah,
their
no,
stuff.
I can't do that. I used to do that, and then I got annoyed with it.
Really?
So now I just eat as healthy as possible.
Oh yeah. Oh, me too. For sure.
Because I
was
used to count. I used to
rigid.
count. No. I mean, like, especially during the season, like at the beginning of the season, before the end, by the end of it, you're like sick of it, and
Right.
you just like start eating everything.
Right.
But at the beginning of the season, I come in jacked, ripped, ready to go, and I'm like doing my meal prep and all that other stuff. And then by the middle, toward the end of the season, I'm just like, oh my god, this is awful. Chicken every day.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what you're feeling. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it's-
I mean, like, if you cannot enjoy one simple glass of wine, which
Right.
is not going to kill you,
No.
and one of my old trainers told me, hey, if you drink one glass of 8-ounce wine, just pile some chicken on when you get home, and that'll eliminate it. Mm-hmm. So it's fine.
Yeah.
You can't have one glass, like, come on, that's a deal breaker for me. Like if no, I'm not joking. Like I'm like, I'm not an alcoholic, but my God, have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
When you're too rigid about everything, and by the way, it's not helping you on camera. I mean, it is helping you when you're modeling, but if you're an actor, if you're going after being an actor, but you're so stiff and rigid about yourself, it's gonna come out that you're stiff and rigid on camera. Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's just not. It's not a way to live, really. Like
I can't live like that.
Yeah.
I have to live life to the fullest. I'm a foodie. I love wine.
Yeah.
I love it all.
Yeah.
Just let me be.
Right. Yeah. No, I was like that for years. Like it started it started a little bit in high school, and then it got like insane in college. And I literally would eat the exact same thing for every meal, and I wouldn't drink. I did not drink.
Now, did you?
I was not
how
fun
did you,
to be around.
I can tell like that. Like I'm not fun. Like
I mean, maybe I was. But
maybe
I
I think that when I was doing that, that's when I got some Yelp reviews against me.
Really? Oh, because
Yeah.
you're probably angry all the time. Like I wasn't angry. I was tired. I was always so tired. If I had
Yes.
plans, it would have to be like a certain.
Time.
It'd have to be an exact certain time. I'd have to have everything planned out. I have to know exactly when I was leaving. I'd have to know exactly what was going on, what was happening. Like
No, because you're just eating vegetables and chicken, and it's like, how did
Yeah.
we get off on a topic of? Oh yeah, no, she didn't want to drink. I get it.
Oh right, yeah.
I love my wine and I love my food.
Yeah.
And that's why I work out like a crazy person.
But like, I think it's also I'm learning too that like Josh is helping me realize, because like with me working out is so important, but I would do it mainly just because it's like I wanted to balance everything. If you do it because you enjoy it, which I do, and I know you do too, like we climb, we go to the gym, not just because it's like, oh my god.
I want to get back into
I
want to get back into kickboxing.
Or kickboxing, yeah. Like, I just joined Equinox, and their classes are amazing. I'm obsessed. Like, it's just fun. It's so much fun.
I think it's a waste of money.
Oh
That's
my
me.
God. No, it's all right. Well, we can get into that next week because now we're out of time.
Oh,
but
God.
we can get into how important.
Well, no, wait.
LA.
Next week is working out. Next
Yes,
week
it is.
about working out. Next
That's
week
right.
we're going to talk about running Canyon.
Which I've never been to. All right. Well, that's all. So we're
See you
signing
next
off.
week, everybody.
See ya.
You're listening to PB&K with your hosts, Peter and Katie, only on LA Talk Radio.